Doing great.
Just great.
All right, we're going to talk about the Sutter Creek Ragtime Festival, and this is put on by the Motherlode Ragtime Society.
Correct.
Right.
Now, I didn't know there was a Motherlode Ragtime Society, so is it pretty active?
Yes, we basically promote ragtime music and that era of music throughout the area.
Okay, for those of us that may be a little in the dark, what is the era of ragtime? I could probably guess. I don't know if I'd be right, though.
Go ahead and guess.
I would guess like the 50s, 60s, or is it earlier
No,
than that?
you're a little late. But it's the late 1800s, so 1898 was the first published rag.
I was a little off.
Scott Joplin, Maple Leaf Rag, 1901 or thereabouts, 1898. And so all the way until early 1920s, and then jazz kind of came into focus then. But yeah, the height of ragtime, 1915, 1916.
What was the advent of ragtime? What created it?
They were just taking ballads of the day and syncopating the beat, and so that's what it was. Ragging the beat is what they called it. So they syncopated the beat, the left hand kind of stayed the same, and so it was just a new style of music that came on, and it was caught on real fast, and it was America's music.
And all instruments, you can do you just convert it to ragtime.
They have little ragtime orchestras, violin, flute.
We actually one year had a ragtime xylophone.
Okay.
So you can do it, if you can do it with xylophone, you can do it with anything.
Play on guitars, you bet.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, this has been going on for 15 years
Yes.
now, long time, but down in Sutter Creek this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
Right. We start 4 o'clock Friday afternoon and go through about 5 o'clock Sunday.
And part of the unique part of this, you said, is it's unlike some ragtime festivals where they just stay stationary in one location.
A lot of ragtime festivals are set up in a hotel. You go into the hotel, you stay there for the whole weekend. Sutter Creek, we have 5 venues throughout town, and there's one outside venue at one end of town, and then everything else is inside. But we just use the town, so you get to wander through the town, and in between you get to go to the shops, you get to see the people, you get to see the players walking on the street. It's just a lot less formal, a lot more fun.
Yeah, our players love to come back. They express that. They love to come back to this festival because it has that relaxed atmosphere.
And it's nice to go to an event where the players are having a good time too, and it should
Exactly.
be nice and cool this weekend too.
The other thing that you'll see, and I've seen it quite a few times, you'll see a couple of players sitting on a bench out in the middle of the street, or not in the middle of the street, but on the side of the street, and they're actually kind of rehearsing what they're going to do because they've decided instead of just having a solo, they're going to put something together with 2 players. We let the players do whatever they want to do.
A nice thing about Sutter Creek now is with the bypass, a lot less traffic going through town,
Right.
so it's more of a comfortable feeling in town,
Right.
I would say, where you don't, sure, you got to watch crossing the street, but it's a different atmosphere than it used to be.
Right.
No, it's great. I mean, in the evening time when it's about 6 o'clock, it's a cooler weather, and you hear the ragtime kind of wafting through the air, and people are walking around. A lot of people do dress up a little bit like this in some of the turn-of-the-century garb, and so it's just a wonderful feeling. It's just anyway.
I see a lot of performers here, but I see Stevens Price on there.
Yeah,
Is
I'm on there
one-
someplace.
So what do you play? What instrument?
I play piano, so
Okay.
ragtime piano, and
He
I
also-
sing too.
He sings along with piano rolls at the Ice Cream Emporium, and he also does a lot of the MC.
Some interesting names here. The Ragtime Skedaddlers, and this has to be a stage name. Ragnolia Ragted.
Right. That's 4 performers, 5 performers. They get together, and the different performers form different groups. You have the Crown Syncopators, which are 3 solo performers. They get together and
Then some of them in other groups.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
So you have Sullivan's Dervons, you have Porcupine, the Porcupines, and the Porcupines are the Sullivan's Dervons and other people. I mean, you keep adding people and form different groups.
musicians love to play, and they'll get together with anybody just to keep playing.
It's almost like my college intramural teams where we came up with names. You have Squeak Steel there. So
That's actually,
Yeah, Squeak Steel is internationally known. She's been around for a long time. She holds a Guinness Book of World Records for the most memorized music.
wow.
She did hymns back years ago, and she had to point out the hymns to the Guinness people because they couldn't keep up with her. But she does some really strange things, and she's really good.
Let's talk about you have an early bird special, but even if people can't make that, let's talk about the pricing of the event.
Okay, well, all events badge is $75. It gets you into 2 concerts. It gets you into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, including we have silent movies on Friday night. We have Keith Taylor doing a serious movie at 5 o'clock, and then at about 7:30 we have Frederick Hodges coming in and doing some comedy shorts. Mm-hmm. This year we're doing them with Sean Sharp. Is doing 16 millimeter projections. So you have live music with 16 millimeter, just like it was in the original silent movies.
So it sounds like you keep people busy.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. And you can come in Saturday and get a day badge for $35, and on Sunday $20 you can get a day badge. So most of the venues you do need a badge, but there are a couple that you don't need a badge. The outdoor venue and the ice cream store, you can come listen to music, just wander around town, and then decide whether you want to go into some of see the other main performers in some of the other venues.
Saturday was 35, Sunday was 20. So it's very reasonable for people to come up and have a good time in Sutter Creek.
Right.
And it's a good way to people just to walk the streets too, and there's a lot of
and
stores.
We have well-known performers. A lot of these people you can see on YouTube. There's the CDs. They've done some of the music has been featured in movies. So we have some well-known players. So.
Mm-hmm. My wife and I have been to the Jazz Festival. We used to go to it in Sacramento. It's a whole different kind of music than jazz, right?
Yeah, a little bit, but still, early form of jazz. Right, jazz grew out of ragtime, so you have that same feel in a lot of it. Dixieland jazz.
And you get to stay at home. You don't have to drive all the way to Sacramento.
That's right.
Right.
It's right in our own backyard.
Let's talk about how people can get the tickets ahead of time and all that.
By now it's a little bit late because you can't mail anything in. So we will be set up in the middle of town in front of the theater. There'll be 2 gazebos out there. You can buy tickets for the whole event. You can buy tickets for the day.
You'll be set up during the event or?
All 3 days.
From Friday by 3 o'clock we'll be set up on Friday, and we'll be there until probably 8 o'clock
And
Sunday
we have a
night.
bunch of music for you to buy too, CDs and sheet
have-
music at the same location.
And can people see more about the event on the
course.
website?
Yes. If you go to SutterCreekRagtime.com, you can pull up music. You can pull up. There's links to the different music and
It'll show the schedule of events and all the performers too.
Okay. If they don't know that, if they can't get to the website, it starts Friday, August 9th at what time?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock and goes till Sunday at 5, is that right?
Yeah, thereabouts. We have a concert about 2 o'clock, 2:30, and that ends the festival.
Whenever they're done playing, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much for being
thank you.
here.
Thank
Thank you. All right, and we're going to go to our break and be back with our final segment.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.